today, from Raymond James Stadium in Tampa, Florida, it's Week 5 of the NFL on EA Sports. Bradley Pinion to kick off for Tampa Bay.
Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports.
Taken in the end zone, and this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25.
So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time. At a glance at the man under center at 6'5", he always demands attention.
He had the numbers of a game last week that if you win, you talk about him being a gritty guy, managing the game, getting it done. But they lost. So obviously 2 interceptions, 1 touchdown pass, that's not going to be good enough. Got to get that changed around.
Operating from the gun, Cruz.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again, Cruz toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. The intended target was Calvin Ridley, but now it's 3rd down.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure, or do they play coverage on this down?
Crowd getting in it a bit already. Here's an early 3rd and 10. He's going to loft it deep right sideline. And that is incomplete.
Thrown away and incomplete. 3 plays.
I'm not sure it made a difference on that play, but one thing to keep in mind, here in the early part of the year during a day game, the sun does play a factor on deep balls.
On 4th down, the Falcons send out Sterling Hoffrichter to punt.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. So here are the Bucs now to take over for the first time. And leading them, Charles, their quarterback, their field general.
I guess we're going to have to nickname him the thrower, aren't we, or something like that.
After last week?
I mean, man, you're talking about over 400 yards throwing the ball. The running backs and everyone else may be looking at him like, hey, don't forget us. And he'd probably just tell him, listen, you want to get involved?
Go out.
Go out and catch some passes. I'll make sure you touch it.
A throw left side to start the drive is complete. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Not much there, only a yard.
Brings up 2nd.
So those are the numbers for Gronk in last week's outing. 3 catches, 62 yards.
And I'd certainly expect them to use him quite a bit because he runs excellent routes, has good hands, and knows how to get open.
He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
That's to his running back, complete. Losing 4 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
That's a nice clip and save sequence there defensively because they did everything as they would have wanted to. They forced the 3rd down, blanketed the field with coverage, nowhere to go with the football, forced the dump off to the back, and even then they closed quickly and got it down behind the line of scrimmage. You name it, they did it well in that last sequence.
So for the 2nd time in this one, we get set to see the Falcons offense. And thee coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to something else.
And maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
The numbers on the ground for Gurley last week. 17 carries, 65 yards.
They've lost a bunch of games in a row now. They've got to start thinking a little bit differently, maybe a little bit outside of the box. Find other ways to move the football. I don't know if you're going to do it through the air or maybe change up how you establish your run game.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
That was a nice throw out there to the flat, but they defended that pretty well. The hope is to go ahead and put it on him so he can turn and get upfield and gain additional yardage. There just wasn't anywhere to go on that play.
And Adams has it complete. And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. A nice pickup there, 18 yards, first down Falcons. They run. It's Gurley pushing forward for 3 up to the 48.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Coming up on 2nd and 7.
Back to throw. Cruz under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Shaquille Barrett put that sack by his name in the stat sheet.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
In a blink of an eye, that happened fast, and a big sack. Cruz on third down. He'll get this one complete to Davis. And they do get this across midfield to the 49, but a small consolation prize as he's well short of the first. Here's Sterling Hoffrichter now as he'll punt it away for the second time. And he'll get this away into the humid Florida sky.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard.
Tampa Bay, they're getting ready to set up shop here for their second drive. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Yeah, let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
2nd and 11. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line.
Over 1st and 10.
They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Gurley. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line.
Falcon ball carrier.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
If they want it first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on third down. From the gun, Cruz. The Bucs defense stiffens and pushes this to 4th down.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
Good. Makes the score Falcons 3. Buccaneers.
They got the interception, but very little movement after. That forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
Here again comes the captain of this offense, leading his crew back out there now. He'll look to shake off the interception on the opening drive. He should at least be comforted that it resulted in 3, not 6.
And if I were him, I would be the guy all the way out on the field greeting my defense down, saying, thanks a lot. You held him to a field goal after I turned it over. That's a big defensive stand for them. He needs to go out now and make up for what he did on the first drive. It is fun to watch the big man work the middle of the field. How about that post route there? Did an excellent job of getting his head around to look the football in and gain significant yardage.
Now a man open down the middle of the field.
And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45.
15 more yards there, and quickly another first down.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs.
A nice play design there with a touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
They'll look to throw again. Harris has it over the middle. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
Well, that's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
Well, they gave themselves options there on the third down play, and were able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball where it's supposed to go. And he did on that play.
A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's second down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Second and 9 now. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 17-yard line. 14 yards that time for number 14. Second quarter now in Tampa Bay. It's the Buccaneers in control of the football. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another first and 10 as they've got it with a third down coming up. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. The ball carrier. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
After the pickup of 5, here's second and 5. He's got it. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Chris Godwin, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bucs have taken the lead.
And that drive we just saw that culminated in a touchdown, exactly what many offenses are looking for. Sustained ones that can impose their will on the other team.
Extra point attempt here still to come. And this is up and good to make it 7-3. So a nice drive put together there. They go 75 yards in 9 plays. And it's all finished off with a touchdown by Tampa Bay. Following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away.
Fielded in the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
25-yard line.
The Falcons ready to take over.
And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
They red zone coverage there and thought there was some space to send their guy right into the middle on a slant, hoping he would get lost. Instead, they read it quite well and closed quickly.
Now Cruz. Going to throw again. They will find Davis. That's complete. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they've put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37.
He's brought down at the 37.
It'll be a 2-yard gain, and it's going to yield a new set of downs.
On third down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
Gurley again here on first down. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
On first down, it's Gurley. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. A 14-yard pickup. That's 14 yards on 2 straight plays.
That was good, tough running right up the middle, and if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Here's Gurley. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. Third down.
And 9 yards to go.
Operating from the gun. Cruz. And the pressure will get to him. He goes down. Now there is a flag on the play, but this looks like holding on the offense. So instead of giving them another third down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10. At their own 17-yard line.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now, defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starter's blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
17-yard line.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. That is caught. It's Chris Godwin. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
But that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short game.
Now a throw for the left sideline, and he's got it. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 41-yard line. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Back to throw now on first down. Incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Looking downfield for Godwin. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by DeMonte Casey. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line.
Intercepted by the Falcons.
You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. From the gun, Cruz got an open man, the tight end Jarwin. And he'll get maybe a couple before he's taken down, as that will take us to the 2-minute warning. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll send you cross-state to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have all the stats and all the scores from games going on during another busy Sunday in the National Football League. Now this one complete to Corey Davis, and he'll get it down here to the 43. That one a first down pickup of 8. This one caught by Davis, and he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches.
So many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this score will stay right where it is.
Keeps the score, Buccaneers.
And that's the risk of the long field goal miss here at this stage of the 2nd quarter. You give up great field position.
And that gives them one more opportunity to make something happen and something big. And we've seen crazy stuff happen at the end of halves.
And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. The safety, Keanu Neal, there to knock that one free. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Then he finds Gronk. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. It's caught. Jones. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6.
1st and 10 at the 40.
They'll look to throw now on first down. He sets up the screen to Jones. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. A little too aggressive defensively, and the flag comes out.
And no one trying to cover is going to like a call going against them, but you have to like the effort there. Went for the interception, just unable to get it, and the flag did come out.
After the penalty, it's Fournette. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field.
A 28-yard attempt.
Blankenship's kick is good.
And that will do it for this first half. So we have reached half. There you have it. Halftime quickly over. Third quarter, here we go. The Bucs with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. Fielded just outside the goal line. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
Take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
So here are the Bucs to take over on offense. They're working on a 4-game winning streak, and they lead this one as well right now as they start first and 10. Second half beginning with a run from Fournette. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Now a throw here on second down, and that's complete. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
A quick throw caught by Godwin.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. He continues to deliver a first down here. He had 4 catches in the first half, and this one number 5. Okay, so now the question, how did he get that wide open?
Well, we both know that he shouldn't, because from the time they handed out scouting reports before this game, he was circled, starred, everything. Find him, cover him. But sometimes you can scheme a guy open. You put the receivers in a bunch. Maybe you move some motion. Maybe you put them on the backside of a formation, and all of a sudden you've got a better matchup. Every now and then, the offensive guys, they figure a way to get him open, even with everyone keeping eyes on him.
And that's certainly a guy they want to keep trying to scheme open. And pretty good running as he'll be close to a first down at the Falcons' 32. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward to get the first down.
Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 14 yards there and a Buccaneer first down. Now they'll toss to Jones running left. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense get a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Now Jones. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2.
He's brought down by
good first step there defensively, but they're still knocking on the doorstep, so maybe another run here?
I think so. One of my favorite coaches used to say, son, if you could darn near lay down near the end zone and get in, give me my best power running play with my best back right now.
You can't block me. You can't block me.
They'll look to run with Vaughn.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers.
Keyshawn Vaughn.
His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Buccaneers here finding a way to stretch their lead. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the 3rd quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is let you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you have taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. Takes this about 5 yards deep, and he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
So we get set to start this 3rd quarter. Here's the Falcons offense now. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. This pass into the hands of the running back, Todd Gurley. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
Well, that was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the 1st down, and that's exactly what he did.
And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Gets sacked. A 15-yard loss. It's 2nd down.
There's a little bit of defense right there. Nickel set, 5 defensive backs. They just snuffed out every route that was going. Quarterback never got rid of the football.
Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Cruz. And he'll only get this to about the 44 as they stop him short of the line to gain. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
There's another example where defensive coaches constantly preach, not allowing any run after the catch. They gave up a few more yards than they wanted to, but they were able to get him down quickly and force a 4th down.
The Falcons send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10. At their own 17-yard line.
Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Well, the 2nd down throw on target. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays.
Barney sold the go route really well. Thought he was going deep, then curled it back inside for a nice completion.
DBs love when they pump the brakes, don't they?
Yeah, that's really a whole lot of fun. It's almost like you said, listen, if you're going to sell the go, just go, and let's see who's faster.
Running on first down is Jones, but he's not going to get much, maybe a couple, and it's second down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Now here's a throw that's complete, and that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 35. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. This is Jones. A gain of 3, second down.
Carrier. He's brought down by Deion Jones. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the Falcons' 32-yard line.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
2nd and 7.
They'll drop to throw. That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Now a first down carry by Jones. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what we said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3 and out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscled all over the field and getting pushed down it.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. It's starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down, 4th quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys, they're just saying, let's just keep running it at them. We've got them now.
On second down, it's Jones. And he's stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the...
And he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Keyshawn Vaughn with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Bucs are going to add on to their lead. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. The bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
Falcons 3. Bradley.
Following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away.
Taken in the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
at their own 25-yard line.
Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here.
And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a fourth straight loss.
Now Cruz to throw on 1st and 10. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Incomplete.
Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same Surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
15 yards on the play, 1st down.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there, it's going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 43. Again, he'll drop to throw. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. And a look now at Nelson, who remains down. He appears to be shaken up a bit. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Here's Cruz on 1st down. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Cruz now, throwing again. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes.
A loss of 13 yards. And it's
for a rookie first rounder, he's made a huge impact on this defense, but that tells me that they had a plan for him when they drafted him. Just turn him loose, do what you do best, go get the quarterback.
The Falcons on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This will be 3rd and a mile. A very quick pass to Ridley. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. They'll get 19 out of this, but it will still bring up a 4th down.
That's certainly playing down and distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it is incomplete. The Falcons go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Buccaneers defense holds and they get the football back. So certainly not the way that they were hoping that possession would end, failing to convert on 4th.
And now they've got to make sure that they keep their poise, they keep their confidence. Just because it didn't work once doesn't mean if they get that same situation later that they shouldn't go for it again. The defense feels great, but the offense, they can't be despondent.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. This into the hands of his running back, Ronald Jones. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a 1st down.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, 4th quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say don't say it, but you did say it.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching Atlanta, our apologies. Here's a quick throw out left. That's caught. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 15 yards as Tampa Bay picks up the 1st. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is. to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
12 more yards there and another first down.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. Now a quick slant as the throw's complete. Touchdown, Tampa Bay!
Touchdown, Buccaneers!
They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
And that'll increase their lead to 28. The drive summary, 4 plays, 75 yards. And it ends with a touchdown for the Bucs.
Bradley Pinion to kick off for Tampa Bay.
Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. Fielded in the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Falcons offense set to go. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter.
Cruz throwing on first down. The left side throw complete to Adams. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now, because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
Now a dump off here complete. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
To number 30.
Give him 9 on the play, and it'll be second and about a yard.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some...
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. He's picked off just shy of midfield. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
The tackle there by Brian Poole.
He's brought down at the 42-yard line.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. They've got a second down now as they look to salt this one away.
57, Mike, 57. I don't think you got it, son. Let's make 19. That's 57, 57's Mike. Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys.
And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. Looking downfield. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big play that time for Tampa Bay. 42 yards.
No let up in this passing game. They've been a well-oiled machine throughout. And actually saw a few guys on the sidelines at the end of the third quarter doing the old hold up 4 fingers college sign, meaning the fourth quarter is ours. And they certainly won.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, business as usual for them. Well on their way to another victory. Riding a serious wave of momentum from what we've seen. And so far, they haven't met their match. So if you're going to play this team in the future, your mission is clear. You better be ready to play and match their firepower.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead will swell by one more.
To kick off for Tampa Bay.
And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away.
Taken in the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25.
And here now come the Falcons.
Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it. And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for offense.
Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
That's an excellent job right there on third down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty. And before this drive could get wings, it's fourth down.
It's a 45-yard punt, then 8 on the return. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense.
Back now comes Tampa Bay. And this crowd has certainly liked what they've seen. Their guys fully expected to win this one coming in, and they have not disappointed as they've got the big lead here in the fourth.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
He's tackled at the
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain. So you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
So fire the cannons. It's a victory here for Tampa Bay. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I'll bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense that it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
So for the Buccaneers, their strong September has carried over to October as they move to 5-0. And they'll get to stay put for a few days as they'll host the Denver Broncos next week. Meanwhile, for the Falcons, they'll fall to 1-4 with a loss. And they'll try again next week at home against Philadelphia. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.